Welcome to this lecture on metadata management, one of the most critical yet often overlooked pillars of data governance. Think of metadata as the DNA of your data environment. It describes, organizes, and gives life to your data assets. Without effective metadata management, even the most accurate data can become inaccessible, misused, or misinterpreted. So let's dive in. Metadata is simply data about data. It provides the essential context needed to understand, trust, and utilize data effectively. For example, take a sales report. Metadata might include who created the report, when it was last updated, which source systems it pulls from, and the definitions of fields like net sales or region. Without this context, users are flying blind. There are three primary types of metadata. First, technical metadata includes things like schema details, data types, and database structures. This is what your IT teams rely on. Second, business metadata explains things from a non-technical perspective, such as what customer churn actually means. And third, operational metadata gives us insights into the data's journey. When was it loaded? Where did it come from? How often is it updated? Each of these types serves a different but equally important audience. Why should we care? Because metadata is what turns raw data into valuable insight. It makes data searchable, understandable, and reusable. It improves trust because users can see where the data came from and how it's being calculated. And for regulatory compliance like GDPR, HIPAA, or SOX, metadata provides the audit trail that shows you're handling data responsibly. Effective metadata management requires a few essential components. First, a metadata repository, a centralized location to store all metadata. Next, data catalogs, which help users discover data across departments. Data lineage tools trace the flow of data across systems, helping with troubleshooting and impact analysis. And finally, business glossaries ensure that everyone is speaking the same language. So, how do you manage metadata effectively? Start by establishing clear governance policies. Who owns which definitions, who updates what, and how often. Keep metadata current. Stale metadata can do more harm than good. Involve both business and technical teams because metadata is a shared responsibility. And where possible, automate the collection and updating of metadata to reduce manual work. In the real world, metadata is everywhere. Financial auditors depend on lineage tools to trace how reports are built. Data scientists use catalogs to find clean datasets for their models. BI developers use glossaries to align dashboards with business goals. And when regulators come knocking, metadata provides the documentation trail that proves you're in control. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. Organizations often struggle with metadata trapped in silos or inconsistent definitions that create confusion. Integrating different metadata tools can be tough, especially in a hybrid environment. And perhaps the biggest challenge is getting everyone to care, making metadata a shared priority across business and IT. To wrap up, metadata management is the foundation that supports every data-driven initiative. It connects people with trusted data, supports compliance, and enables better decision-making. As your data governance program matures, investing in strong metadata practices will pay off in clarity, efficiency, and confidence.